For the fifth and final time during this regular season, the Seminoles are on the road tonight from St. Mary's, West Virginia, to play at the St. Mary's Blue Devils. Well, Dale, here we are already in week 8, and for 8 weeks in a row, we've really been blessed by the weatherman. A little bit cool, but otherwise just a great night.
Oh, it's a beautiful evening. If you remember 2 years ago, we had a torrential downpour of rain, and tonight, it's really nice. We're up here on the top of these stands in a roofed area, and we're looking for an exciting ball game. The Noles kind of on a roll here, Coach, and the St. Mary's a little bit down this year. I believe 2-4 is their record, but it's always an interesting time.
Yeah, they are 2-4, have had some injury problems. I know Coach Circosta mentioned Thursday night the really good running back that St. Mary's has, Calvin Smith, and as we watch them warm up, we don't see him out on the field, so it appears that he is not available tonight. And so St. Mary's is a little bit of a problem as far as their personnel, and hopefully the Seminoles can take advantage of that if they even needed to take advantage of that. I feel that personnel-wise, we match up very well, against this team and have played a tougher schedule. And things should be all right, barring turnovers and penalties. And for one of the few times this year, Dale, the Seminoles will kick off to start the game, as St. Mary's won the toss and elected to receive.
Something a little different here. Beautiful evening for football, and we're about to get this one underway.
45, Robert Kimball, and 85, I believe, Derek Starrin. This will be Starrin at his own 10, 20, 25, 27-yard line. Brad Demmerling among the tacklers. Number 60, Darren Grubb, also on the play. So the Seminoles on defense to start this game. We'll try to pick up some of those people. We didn't mention a lot about the individuals on defense last week that posted the first shutout of the year. The nose guard is number 75, Heath Wells. Number 70, Tom Jones. Number 77, Chris Demmerling. The tackles, number 84, John Cecil, and 44, John Schumacher. Pass on first down is incomplete.
Josh Jones on coverage. Number 45.
That is Robert Kimball.
You'll have to forgive us. They have these in by order of grades, and it's a little hard to pick out the numbers.
We saw the linebacker number 21, Josh Jones, along with number 33, Eric Kramer. In the secondary, number 32, Daniel Ludwig. Number 24, Ben Miller. Number 85, Justin Friday. And the deep safety is number 88, Jesse Nippert. The quarterback
this time.
The quarterback is number 16. That's a sophomore, Ryan Smith. He gives to number 12. That is Mattingly. Ben Mattingly, listed in your program as a quarterback safety, but has been moved to running back. Pickup of 5 yards to the 32. Third and 5.
Number 16, Ryan Smith, only a sophomore, 6'2", 165 pounds.
And Smith throw. Across the middle, Starrin. He's got some running room, and he's going to go for a big gain. He'll be caught from behind at the 25-yard line. Kramer on the touchdown-saving tackle, but a big play to number 85. That is a senior, Derek Starrin. 42-yard pickup on the play. St. Mary's in business right away, as they're now at the 25-yard line. Defense to be tested in the opening moments. We've played only a minute. Smith to throw again. Swings it out. The hit by Shoemaker. That is Starrin out of the backfield with the swing. He's going to lose nearly 10 yards on the play and also pick up some sore ribs, I think.
John Shoemaker again. We talked earlier, defensive Shoemaker has been one of those that's really been steady. You can talk about defense all night long for the Noles, as they've done a tremendous job. I believe we have a time called here by St. Mary's. At 10:29, second and 17, still no score here, Coach. But some other games going on this evening. Bellsville's playing
Bellsville's at home against Shenandoah.
That could be an interesting contest.
And we understand
you see that after.
Yeah, we understand Shenandoah came out of the game last week with the 2 or 3 kids pretty well banged up. So maybe we softened them up a little bit to help the Bellsville cause.
You look at the end of the season now, with the Knowles, you've got St. Mary's tonight. You come back next week with Frontier. And then your final game of the season, always a biggie with Bellsville. Bellsville with tonight Shenandoah. Next week they have
Buckeye
Trail, which is going to be an interesting contest. And then, of course, finishing off with the Knowles. So, exciting football in Monroe County. River's at
Barnesville.
That could be very interesting. That's a TV7 game.
They follow that up. Yeah, they follow that up with games against Wheeling Central and Shadyside. So the county school's doing very well this year. Second down, 17. Smith to throw. That's Chris Stimmerling along with Tom Jones. And the big plays by the defense. This one looked like St. Mary's was in business. The play by Shoemaker, and now the play by Demmerling, along with Tom Jones.
3rd and 22.
All the way back to the 38-yard line.
Just a tremendous effort there. Tom Jones, Chris Demmerling, with Chris with his traditional celebration. A little bit of confusion here in the backfield. Timeout.
St. Mary's is going to call a timeout. And their second one is, I believe they called the timeout just moments ago.
Yeah, Ben Mattingly didn't seem to understand exactly whether it was his fault or some of the other guys, but they had some confusion in that backfield as far as what they wanted to, where they should line up.
The head coach of the St. Mary's Blue Devils out on the field right now is Dave Chapman. I believe he's a graduate of Magnolia High School and also played briefly in the NFL with the New England Patriots a few years back. Now, it hadn't really been all that many years ago, but he was with the Patriots for a while. So he's brought kind of a pro-style thinking, a pro-style offense. Last year, a very good team, a very good quarterback. The older brother of the current quarterback, Ryan Smith, was Sean Smith. He's currently at Marshall playing and on their team. He's not their number 1 quarterback, but he is on their roster. So they've had some fine players in the past. St. Mary's used to be in the playoffs year in and year out, but they have suffered some tough times the last couple of years. Now they're facing 3rd and 22. They've already used 2 timeouts after the long play to have them at the 25-yard line. Smith to throw. It's a quick one to Mattingly, who is also a quarterback. He'll double pass it and complete it to Starring inside the 15, and that's a first down. And you had to know that play is coming. You know that the coaching staff has talked to the young men in the secondary about the fact that the number 12 Mattingly is the quarterback, or was the quarterback early in the year, and the double pass. And we're going to have another timeout as the Seminoles are going to call a timeout as Coach Lacosta will go to the huddle. And we know what that means when Coach goes to the huddle during a defensive timeout.
Not real happy.
But that's a pretty basic play. On 3rd and 22, you can't allow that.
No, and he was pretty much wide open. Still 9 minutes and 39 seconds, but they're down 1st and 10. As you said, the ball looked like it's on the 12-yard line possibly, and they're cooking here. Looked like with 2 defensive stands that possibly had them waylaid, but came up with that big play.
I think we saw a similar type situation a few weeks back. I believe it was at Caldwell. We had the lead, but the Caldwell team was moving it pretty well a couple times. Coach went to the field and talked to the defense and kind of refocused the attention, let's say. And from there on out, everything has went really, really well. So that is a first down. The ball at the 13-yard line for the Blue Devils. They'll run it with number 35.
Nothing there.
That is Keithan Branch, a junior.
Host of white jerseys.
No gain, 2nd and 10. But it is difficult, to come off an emotional type game such as last week against the Shenandoah Zeps, playing a team whose record is not real impressive, but week in, week out, you have to do the job. This is over the middle and a touchdown to number 45. That is the sophomore Robert Kimball. And only 3 minutes and 1 second into the game, St. Mary's on the board, 6-0 lead. And they will try the extra point out of placement. And big number 77. And big is right. That is Danny Greenleaf, listed at 6'3", 300 pounds. This kick is down and through.
And good.
8 minutes, 59 seconds remaining, period number 1. St. Mary's Blue Devils go 75 yards and take a 7-0 lead.
This being kind of a different situation, as you said, mostly, we have the ball first. It really looked like, we had 2 really good defensive plays, and then we let I believe it was Starn get behind us on that halfback pass, and then, of course, they ripped us with a pass for the touchdown. So, real quickly here, 8:59, they're on the board. We'll see how we respond.
Well, obviously, with just a little time off the clock, your offense having not been on the field at all yet, you got to give yourself a chance to let your offense go, get back, which if you go down and don't get something, give the ball back, you definitely don't want to get behind by 2 touchdowns early in the game. I don't care the caliber of the opponent. All of a sudden, St. Mary's will believe that they're good enough to win.
Number 71, the punter. Kicker is Arnold Hauser, a junior, I believe, 6 foot, 190 pounds. Is that right?
Deep backs for Seminoles, Kramer and Nippert. It's a low line drive kick. It's going to hit and roll. It's picked up by Kramer. 20. Fumbles the football. Beanbags down to mark the spot, but I believe the Seminoles were able to get back on that football.
White jerseys if they were able to get
See who was on the ball. Looks like number 84, John Cecil. And that's what you don't want. Boy, that was very close. A turnover there to give St. Mary's the ball at the 30-yard line. You're setting yourself up for disaster. Fortunately, John Cecil on that loose football. Seminoles now, first play from scrimmage. Eric Rose, the center. Brad Demmerling and Chris Demmerling are the guards. Tom Jones, Tucker Roberts, the tackles. John Shoemaker, the tight end. Jason Ludwig, the quarterback. Jones and Kramer behind him. Kramer, short game.
Short game.
Justin Friday will be alternating with Jesse Nippert at the split end.
As they had the line stacked. In fact, they had big time.
I think Coach talked about that last night on the show, that he looked for St. Mary's to put a lot of guys up the line of scrimmage and kind of dare the Seminoles to pass. Eric with a 2-yard pickup on the play, needing just 17 yards entering this game to go over the 1,000-yard mark for the year. We'll try to keep track of that. Ludwig to throw. Out.
Got an open man.
Friday. First down.
Nice job.
He's to the 45-yard line. Number 85, Justin Friday on the reception.
And last week we called the number wrong, and it was because, if people want to know why that was, we didn't have a spotter. Brother Roger wasn't here.
Well, I'll go on record publicly immediately that I apologize to Justin this week about that. I didn't realize until I watched the tape on Saturday morning that I had missed the call and led everybody astray, I think including the newspaper people who were with us up on the press box. But Justin gets the first down, his 5th catch of the year.
Back to pass again.
Ludwig going deep, and nobody there. A miscommunication intended for Nippert. 2nd and 10. Well, I thank Coach Acosta for sharing his stat sheet with me this week to allow us to have some numbers here. And I'm one that's always been a big numbers type person when we talk about the games and that. A lot of people really don't care a lot about the numbers, but as we mentioned, Kramer coming in needing 17 yards for 1,000. Jason Ludwig had passed for 539 yards this year, with Nippert being his leading receiver with 16 catches.
Kramer again, and there's nothing there.
He probably is going to lose the 2 yards that he picked up earlier. Setting up 3rd and long. Drop him back to the 44, loss of a yard.
Looking across, looks like a sparse crowd, but it's hard to tell with the seating here at St. Mary's. A nice seating area across, but with 2 and 4, possibly not a big following.
3rd and 11. Ledwig to throw. He sprints to the right. Going downfield.
Got a man. Good job. Out of bounds.
Daniel Ledwig not called out of bounds. It sure looked like he was very close to that sideline. But Jason Ledwig off the run hits brother Daniel.
45. Robert Kimball on the stop.
He's to the 33-yard line.
Big 3rd down play. 3rd and 11 and picking up the 1st down plus.
John Cecil into the lineup with the play.
It was a nice combination we saw last week. Ludwig to Ludwig for a touchdown.
With the power I formation in the backfield, both ends are tight. And anticipated run to Kramer on his feet. He has
good job.
Probably 9, almost 10 yards. They've stopped the clock. That would be an indication it's very close to the 1st down.
I believe from here they do have it. They'll probably measure this. Yes, they are.
But, regardless if it's a 1st down, we'll call that a 10-yard pickup. Putting Eric at now 11 yards gained. Putting him now at 994 for the season.
1st down.
And it is a 1st down.
No to the 1st. We saw that all the way. We had it.
So a nice drive being put together by the Seminoles now with the key play being that 3rd down and 11 completion from Jason Ledwig to Daniel. Jason leans forward there saying something to his center, Eric Rose. Gives to Kramer once again.
3 or 4
That's
yards.
5, right at 6 yards. They'll put him down at the
5 yards.
17-yard line. We'll call that 6 yards. So by our count, that would put Eric right at the 1,000-yard mark for the 2nd consecutive season. And that's a tribute to his offensive line and his backfield mates that block for him.
Quick handoff.
That would be Josh Jones.
Short gain, possibly a couple, 3. Depending on where they put it.
They'll put him at the 14. Looks like about 3 yards. Bringing up 3rd and 1. So again, a big 3rd down play, but 3rd and 1, a lot better shape than 3rd and 11 out at the middle of the field. Again, the power I formation. Kramer.
He'll hit immediately, but
some yardage, a couple of yards.
Placement, he might have it here.
Appears that he does have his 1st down near the 12-yard line. And again, they'll stop the clock. And it is a 1st down. No measurement necessary.
They don't measure here. Gain of 1, but a big one. 1st down, 6 minutes, 19 seconds. 7-0, St. Mary's.
But a nice job by the offense after going behind by 7 points. One of the few times, or maybe the first time this year, that the other team has received the opening kickoff and went down and scored. Ledwig stepping away from some pressure, and now not going to be able to continue to step away. The whistle.
Whistle probably let him go.
Probably a good play. He got away there at the end. Everybody kind of groaned, but he was stopped, and it will be a loss back to the 19-yard line. 7-yard loss, making it 2nd and 17. Again, in pro formation with Nippert and Friday both in the game wide. Ledwig wants to throw. Across the middle. Complete. Short pickup. That would be Shoemaker. but a gain of only about 3, maybe 4 yards. And they'll give him to the 14-yard line, so a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 3rd and 11. What has thus far been a very rapidly moving first period. We've moved inside 4 minutes in period number 1. St. Mary's on top 7-0.
Another big third down play, 3rd and long one.
Ludwig wants to throw. Now he's going to run. He's got running room. 10, 5. He's near his first down. They'll say he's still in bounds, a couple yards short, near the 5-yard line. But this brings up 4th down and a couple. Ball just inside the 5-yard line. 4th down, 2. Offense has been tested a couple of times here in the early going. And that'll be the first down. First and goal.
Shoemaker with the ball.
And that was John Shoemaker on the carry. Or was it Josh Jones?
What? I believe Shoemaker. John, I believe. Pick up a 2 or 3.
It was Shoemaker on the carry at the fullback position. First and goal. Ball just shy of the 1-yard line.
Daniel
Ludwig will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Daniel Ludwig. So a very nice 70-yard drive as Daniel gets into the end zone, making the score 7-6 with the extra point upcoming. I believe that is Daniel's 4th touchdown of the year. Jason Ludwig will now hold
first
Tucker Roberts
this evening, I believe, from scrimmage, but kick is good.
Eric Kramer's kick is right through. 2 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in the first period. St. Mary's 7, Monroe Central 7.
And what a series that was, Coach. As you said in the first series for St. Mary's, our defense was tested, and in the offensive series, the offense was tested. We had 3, I believe, big third down plays, 3rd and 11, and came through each time. So a big touchdown here.
It was a very nice drive, fine mixture of the completed passes to Friday and to Daniel Ludwig, and a short completion to Shoemaker, along with runs by basically 5 different backs carrying the ball on that drive. So everybody getting in the action, a piece of that touchdown drive, but more importantly is 7 points. And now it's your defense, maybe that they can get refocused and make the big plays. Again, Starrin and Kimball are the deep returners for St. Mary's. Darren Grubb to kick off. It's a high kick. Very nice kick. Back to the 7-yard line. This would be Starrin. He'll be hit and brought down to the 25-yard line.
Grubb and
I think Josh Jones had the first hit on the play, speeding down and being unblocked and able to make the play. Pretty good coverage, a nice kick by Grubb, very high and long down to the 7-yard line. St. Mary's to go and play from their own 26-yard line with their second possession. This number 85, Starrin, I believe is how you say the name, has shown some nice speed a couple times in the early going. They'll give it number 35, Branch.
Four-yard pickup. We're down to 2.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Knows the football just shy of the 30-yard line. Branch shifts side of the field, and another timeout. And that should be the last St. Mary's timeout, so a lot of miscommunication from their offensive standpoint with personnel and getting plays in. And that's very unusual. Let's take this break. 2:17 remaining. First period, 7-7.
No matter what the occasion, Jackson's Newsstand has something to fill your needs with balloons, Marion Heath quality cards at reasonable prices, and gifts of all kinds. Pick up some treats like Brock's delicious candies in the case, or staples like sundries, batteries, car care products, and school supplies. Buy a bestseller or choose from hundreds of magazines, even comic books. Rent the latest video release or Sega and Nintendo games. Buy the newest CD or cassette. Services at Jackson's include Travelers Express money orders, UPS pickup, and Western Union, the only one in the county. Come and see what you're missing at Jackson's Newsstand, open 7 days, 8 to 10.
Up to that St. Mary's timeout. They're third in the first quarter. It's 2nd down and 6. Smith to throw, and it's intercepted. Justin Friday.
Justin.
He's back to the 25-yard line. They'll be pushed back. We'll get forward progress to the 25-yard line. Friday for the second week in a row. An interception. And that's a better job. That quick out, not full there. I believe that was Starren. Once again, they were looking for, but Friday making the big defensive play. So the game's first turnover gives Monroe Central excellent field position at the St. Mary's 25-yard line. Wishbone formation. Second back is Kramer. 20. Hurdles a man to the 15, to the 13-yard line. First 12 yards. 12-yard pickup by Kramer. Thirteen-yard line, 1st and 10. We'll get the pro formation with Jones and Kramer split in the backfield. Friday to the right, Nipper to the left. Kramer dive. Across the 10. Number 68 is Seth Bailey. Big 6'1", 230-pound defensive lineman. The St. Mary's team has some nice size. We pointed out their place kicker was their two-way lineman, number 77, 300-pounder in Greenleaf. And one of their inside people, middle linebackers, number 63, Shepard, had limped out on the previous defensive series, was retaped and is now back in the game.
Kramer again, nice move.
Still on his feet, he's to the 7-yard line.
Pick up a possibly 3, long 3.
It looked like a lot more, but the movement to the side, pick up of only what you call 3 yards.
3 maybe.
So it is a 3rd down and 5, maybe 4. Ball on the 7-yard line. The field here at St. Mary's with the hash marks every yard marked on the sideline, but not out in the middle of the field. The grass just a little sparse out in the middle. Kramer. Well blocked into the end zone. Eric Kramer.
With 14 seconds remaining, Eric Kramer.
Kramer's 7th rushing touchdown of the year. 7-yard run. The Seminoles, after falling behind early, get the interception from Friday, turn it into points. Kramer with the touchdown run. Eric now to attempt the extra point out of the Ludwig hold. Up. Ball was to the right. No good. Kind of a floater that went to the right. So with 14 seconds remaining in the first period, Seminoles finally take the lead at 13-7.
All started with Justin Friday again with an interception. Is that his 2nd for the year, I believe?
Yes.
Justin doing a better job each and every game.
If you stop and think back also, Dale, our secondary really has not been tested consistently by a throwing team since that game at River. And I thought that they did just an outstanding job that night, along with the first week against Magnolia. But, we've not had a lot of passing opponents thus far. Shenandoah last week did a great job of the secondary and a great job of the front line putting pressure on. I wanted to point something out there. I know a point that was made Thursday night when Tucker Roberts was on the show. The fine job he does on the short snapping of extra points and long snapping of the punts that we just kind of take for granted that ball going back there, because we know the last 2 years Tucker's done such a fine job, and it's not an easy job.
And it was pointed out also with the lineman there that Eric has great yardage, over 1,000, but he doesn't get that. No runner's good enough to do that on his own. Great front line, great protection, and all around great job by some individuals who often don't get credit.
The offense kind of struggled at times during the first 3 weeks or so of the season, but the new people in the new positions have really gotten their feet wet the last 4, now 5 weeks, and doing a great job. Another good kick by Grubb. Bobbled by Starr and back inside the 10. He's going to break loose and be dropped. He got past the first line, but then Grubb was on the tackle.
Josh Jones and Grubb, I believe, with others along the...
Looked like Josh Woodby also there, but looked like the big hit was probably Grubb that made the hit. And after the bobble,
picked up some pretty good yardage.
He bobbled the ball and was able to break through the first group. And for a second there, I thought he may have some running room.
Yeah, back to the 24-yard line.
But still, that coverage, anytime you can make the play, which we have done twice in a row, inside the 25-yard line on your kickoff coverage, that's a credit to your kicker and your coverage.
And
number 12, Mattingly, up the middle, nothing. And there's a whole host of people there. Wells, Shoemaker, Ludwig, Rose, others I'm sure. We've reached the end of one period of play. Seminoles 13, Blue Devils of St. Mary's 7.
As time passes, your needs change. Woodsfield Savings and Loan has changed to meet those needs. At the Woodsfield Savings Bank, we know your schedule requires a drive-through and night deposit box. You want convenient parking, direct deposit, and automatic payments. At our new location on State Route 78, we want to meet your needs for a home mortgage, car loan, checking, and savings account. Our name and location have changed, but we're still here to serve our community and to help you to grow. The Woodsfield Savings Bank.
A good football team works together, helping each other to do their best.
A good insurance company works together too, showing you the best coverage for you and your family.
A winning football team shares the glory. The running back needs those blockers to make that long run to the end zone.
A winning insurance agency represents several companies, so you have personally designed coverage to take you wherever you need to go.
The Monroe Central Seminoles have a winning tradition.
And F.W. Shoemaker has a winning tradition of service, integrity, and customer satisfaction.
Two local traditions that keep on going.
Period number 2 after that great defensive play by the interior of the Seminole line, bringing up 2nd and 12. A quick screen to Starren, and not much. From behind, I believe that may be Friday. Yes, it is Justin Friday. Assist from Kramer. That's a play on a kind of a quick screen that we've, over the years, have grown familiar to see a lot from the Bellsville Blue Devils. Like wide receiver breaking across the middle, but Friday able to make the play. So a couple nice defensive plays by Justin in the early going.
And again, the defense, 3rd and 11 here, doing the job. I was trying to regroup.
So is the stopwatch taking care of now?
Yeah, don't even get into that. From the shotgun.
Oh, picked up Justin Friday. He's going toward the end zone. Yes, he is. Justin Friday.
11:07.
How about that? Justin giving me plenty of opportunities to get the name straight this week. His 2nd interception of the game, 3rd of the year. That's 2 touchdowns for the season by Justin Friday. A tipped ball, and just like that, 19-7. Yardage 25 to 30 yard range. Guess really unimportant. 6 points is the important part. Cecil went late. Gets the play as the Seminoles will try to go for 2 to make up for the missed point. Shoemaker now wide to the left. A little different look. And that will be a delay of game penalty, as a little bit late getting the play in and getting the personnel in. So we'll see what, going back to the 8-yard line. Friday re-enters for Cecil. Almost to the point where you might be thinking about from the 8-yard line and kicking the point, getting that other point back at a later time, but the Seminoles will go for 2. Pro formation. Jason Ledwig to throw. Screen. Josh Jones sidesteps 1 and is in. Josh Jones. Like I said, no thought about that. You definitely still go for the 2.
Josh Jones doing a nice job.
But a nice move. Just a little touch pass out there. Josh then stepping away from one defender and going into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So at 11:07, Seminoles taking control with a 21-7 lead.
That's more like it.
And I believe just from talking to some of the kids and coach this week, you talk about the people that have not appeared on the show yet. Next week they're slated, and Justin Friday being one of those individuals. So plenty of opportunity for some highlights to talk about with Justin on Thursday night on Coach's Corner with Lance and Coach Sarkosta.
Got it all planned out.
Justin just knew that he was going to be on and just been waiting for the right time. So Darren Grubb, once again, a couple of great kickoffs by Darren going down inside the 10 near the 5-yard line. As his coverage team disperses to their areas and are set. And Grubb's kick again to the side. It's going to hit and bounce and be loose at the 5 and get on the football. It's loose. This is going to be a touchdown. And it's going to be Seminole ball at the 2-yard line. And that's just, I hate to say it, that's just poor play by the team and poor coaching that those young men not schooled on the fact that that's not a punt, that's a live football. And I thought one of the Seminoles would go down there and scoop that up and go into the end zone. And I was so caught off guard there, I'm not real sure who got on that loose ball.
Not at all.
Looked like John Shoemaker. We take a poll up here, and I believe it was John Shoemaker. And he definitely knows what's going on out there as far as that ball was free. And covering at the 2-yard line. Eric Kramer walks to the end zone.
Big hole off the right side.
Defense and special teams plays have given the Seminoles 3 touchdowns in a hurry. The offense has had to work very little since that opening drive. And it didn't look real good at the early going with St. Mary's going down the field and scoring, but since then,
well, you had to think that it was going to change around, but you didn't want momentum to get on their side. As we'll kick this extra point, 11:03.
You stop and think. You stop and think that they scored early, and then we fumbled the kickoff, but we're fortunate enough to get on the ball, and how bad things could have been. Again, this kick is wide left this time. So Eric has done such a good job this year, but has missed a pair of kicks. But 4 touchdowns on the board by the Seminoles. We're still at 11:03 remaining in the first half, and it's 27-7 Seminoles.
And I have very, very unofficially Kramer marked for 45 yards rushing so far in this. And I don't think I picked up the first one, although I think it was offset with a loss. But
well, not a lot of offense has been. Not a lot of offense so far. You figure you return an interception with Justin Friday, recover that loose kickoff at the 2-yard line, and go one play to go 2 yards. That's 14 points. 14 points. You run easier. Right. You run one play from scrimmage, you get 14 points. So we'll see if that ball bounces around this time. If the St. Mary's deep people are on it. Looks like a different player back there. Number 12, Mattingly, has replaced number 45, Kimball.
And Mattingly.
Darren will tell you he placed that kick right there, just knew that would happen.
Nice.
And another nice kick to the 7-yard line. Starr
gets through.
He's out to the 35-yard line. This is a nice runner and a wide receiver in Starr.
John Cecil, I believe, on the stop.
So St. Mary's, again, having trouble getting personnel on the field, and they've used all their timeouts a long time ago.
Seems like there is a lot of confusion, and they don't have much of a bench. If you look across there, I haven't counted exactly, but can't be much over.
Well, it is a very low number of people. Their freshmen are on a separate freshman team, so they have no freshmen over there. Smith to throw. Incomplete. Intended for Mattingly. Heading at the 40-yard line. And that just reminds me of the fact that St. Mary's does not have a lot of people. The reserve game, if you didn't get a chance to get out and see a home JV game, then too late. Because the home JV game against St. Mary's for this week has been canceled. The JVs will Monday travel to Frontiers. They've moved that game up a week. So there will be a JV game, but it is at Frontier. And that will be the final JV game of the year. 2nd and 10. Smith under pressure, across the middle, incomplete. That's Ben Miller with the tackle and hit on the intended receiver, 45, Kimball.
Kimball almost came up with that one.
3rd and 10.
Pass was in the pretty good defensive pressure. Well, we've got 3rd and 10, 10 minutes, 46 seconds.
St. Mary's, who will like to put the ball up a lot, may be forced into that quite a bit. As Smith will throw again, going deep, downfield for Starr. And
ball tip.
That was Starr, Miller, and Friday. The ball staying out there a long time, maybe Justin going for the 3rd one.
Yes. He throws another one of those, you may see another interception.
So punting formation, and this is the first punt that we have seen thus far tonight.
Even though I did call kickoff a punt a little bit ago, and I'm sure that was noticed. As you're setting this Saturday morning, Coach, I'm sure you noticed that.
This is Nippert at the 32-yard line. Tries to get outside, hurdles a man. Has a little bit of a lane. It's a Miller block, out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 44-yard line in St. Mary's territory. So excellent field position, still at 10:25. St. Mary's is going to insist on throwing the ball this much. They're not using a lot of time with their possessions. And the offense now has a chance to drive down after that one-play, 2-yard drive a few moments ago. And a defensive touchdown from the Friday interception return earlier. Ledwig to throw. Going downfield. This is Daniel Ledwig off his hands. Number 12, Mattingly, I believe, was the defender.
Yeah, he may have got a foot caught there with Mattingly, and nice thrown ball just on the fingertips, couldn't come up with it. But had a man open in the flat also, so that may be something you look at later.
Shotgun formation for Jason. Steps up.
Lots of time.
Tries to run. Now running. Comes back to this side. Makes another tackle. He's back to the line of scrimmage. He's to the 40. Takes a couple of hits and goes down at the 39-yard line. Pickup of about yards, it would appear. A little hard to tell. They'll put him down at the 39-yard line, making it second down and 5, or third down, make it and 5. Jason Ed was step away from some tacklers in the backfield where it could have been a loss and make something positive out of what could have been a very negative play. Slot to the left. Sweep. Kramer gets a couple of blocks, trying to get outside, and may have had his first down, but the ball was loose. Cheers to the St. Mary's side of the field. But it is Seminole ball and a first down. It appears that the fumble probably went out of bounds on that far side at the 32-yard line. So Kramer picking up that first down. Again, slot to the wide side of the field. That is the left side. Jones right up the middle.
Nice job.
Inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
Touchdown,
inside the
tackle.
Inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line.
Mattingly.
15-yard pickup by Jones. Opportunity here to possibly distribute some of the offensive stats to some different people this week, as we've seen different people in the end zone. Kramer, also Daniel Ludwig, Justin Friday. First and 10. Jones again, possibly the same play. Inside the 5, near the 2. That's another 15 yards. Back-to-back carries of 15 yards by Jones. They'll put him at the 3, or just inside the 3. And lots of time still remaining in this game. The new formation, this is single back with trips left. And give it to Jones. Josh Jones, touchdown. Spread him out.
You got a horse that's working. Ride it.
3 straight carries by Jones to cover the last 32, 33 yards. Still 8:09 remaining in the first half. Seminoles will go for the single point. And when you have this kind of lead, going for 2 to make up for that last point really does not do any good. So Kramer, once again, out of the Ludwig hold and the Roberts snap. And this one is down. And this one will get through there. Over the hedges into the street. 8:09 remaining, first half. Monroe Central 34, St. Mary's 7.
Good shot of the cheerleaders there, as they've got a lot to cheer about tonight with a 34-7 advantage. Knowles. Except for the first series in offense, it's been a Knowles night.
Well, I'll be honest with you that, prior to this game, I kind of thought this was a possibility of this type of a situation developing. However, after the first 3 minutes of the game, I wasn't real sure.
But that's why it's important, that you don't let the momentum start for a team that, you're better than.
And what has basically been not much more than a quarter off the clock, the Seminoles have scored 5 touchdowns. A lot of it keyed by their defense, getting good field position, but the offense taking advantage of the opportunities. And some big plays offensively, both by the pass and the run.
See what Grubb can do here. 8:09.
This is a line drive. They'll hit, and this time they'll pick it up.
Back to the 20s.
Kramer, I believe, was in the tackle of number Luis, the return man. And pretty good coverage once again. St. Mary's at their own 27-yard line. They'll run a sweep. This is Mattingly. And he'll be hit and dropped by Josh Jones. Loss on the play. And you can tell that this young man, number 12, Mattingly, is not a running back. You know, they've moved him from a quarterback spot because of injuries, and he just does not attack the line of scrimmage like a running back. And that can be very dangerous, and he took a pretty good hit from Josh Jones on that play. As we mentioned earlier, the player that Coach Acosta talked about Thursday night, Calvin Smith, unavailable because of an ankle injury. And in 4 games, he had almost 600 yards rushing. The shovel pass inside, fooling no one. Loss. I see Eric Rose getting up from that. And that was star at number 85. Third down and call it 14. Ball now at the 25-yard line. Jason Ledwig in as the extra defensive back. Seminoles will rush 4. Smith to throw across the middle, overthrown, incomplete. Jason Ledwig had the ball off his shoulder pads, and it was incomplete. And there was a lot more white jerseys in that area than there were purple. So St. Mary's, for the second time, Mattingly will be the punter with Nippert and Kramer back at their own 42-yard line. It's a short kick, will hit and bounce. Nippert will be dropped immediately near midfield. Let's put it at the 48-yard line of Monroe Central territory. So the offense once again on the field. Still 6:31 remaining before halftime. And you'll definitely give your first unit all the snaps up until halftime. Ledwig to throw. Steps away.
A lot of pressure.
And will be dropped for a loss. The 45-yard line. Loss of about 2 yards on the play. I think he was looking deep for Friday down the left side of the field. A little bit of pressure, and Jason pretty well covered. Nippert in with the play. Second and 13. Wishbone formation. Second back was Ledwig. Daniel Ledwig back to near the original line of scrimmage. Third and call it 9. Give Daniel 4 yards on that carry. 5:20. That's the time remaining in the first half. 34-7. Monroe Central. Again, a lot of players up tight. Ledwig pressure and will step away from Mattingly, step away from another player and go down. Number 57 had a hold of the ankles and easier to tough to get away from that. That's Fred Williams.
Big loss that time. He got away from one man. Looked like he was going to get enough room to make the pass, but was taken down.
That'll be a loss of 15 all the way back to the 34-yard line. And for the first time in this game, Kramer will go into punt formation. St. Mary's putting a lot of people up there and kind of daring the Seminoles to throw. He kicks away, and it's a dandy. All the way back to the 16-yard line is Starrin, and he'll be tackled by Jones, I believe. No, excuse me, that's Brad Demmerling, number 61, and looks like Adam Farnsworth, number 42. And Adam Farnsworth getting some extra time in the last couple of weeks after the injury Tyler to Bo Weddle. And people may have noticed most on the sidelines there still on his crutches. And he's been undergoing some rehab for that knee, and I'm not certain it doesn't really not look good for him getting back with us sometime yet during the season. But Farnsworth stepping in and doing a nice job. So from the 25-yard line, first back is number 35 with a flag down. Branch is the ball carrier.
Flag winning that back.
Jones on the tackle. So this will cost the Blue Devils some yardage. The pickup of near 5 yards will be offset, and the penalty occurring probably in the backfield. And 10 yards from the spot takes it all the way back to the 13. Bringing up first and 23.
Still 4 minutes remaining in the half, Coach, as it's really slowed up here with the high-scoring contest.
It looked like we were really moving through the first period, but then all the timeouts and now the points has really slowed things down. Smith wants to throw, and he'll not be able to. He's dropped back, and I see Demmerling and Wells along with Tom Jones.
I believe first was to him. That was a coverage sack. He just had no coverage there as he tried to back up.
All the way back to the 10-yard line, second and 26. That still doesn't quite catch us up to the 4th and 50 that we saw Shenandoah in a week ago.
Yeah, and we know what happened there.
They'll run it.
Looks like Wells, Tom Jones, possibly John Cecil.
Third down. Again, no gain on that play. And this does not look like the same St. Mary's offense and Monroe Central defense that we saw in the game's opening possession. And maybe that refocusing in that during the first time out by Coach Acosta has done the job. They'll send the man Starrin in motion. They'll go downfield to no one. As the dust flies, as the ball hits the ground, Kimball 45 was the intended receiver.
He was the closest man to the ball.
So fourth down. Well, if you had a stat sheet and taking away that first 70-some yards that St. Mary's went, they may be negative for the rest of this first half, which still has 2:18 remaining. Mattingly's punt is short. Fair catch at the 41-yard line by Nippert. The Seminoles to get one more shot. .210 on the clock. Still appears, as you look at the huddle, to be all of our first group still in the game. I do see number 62, Brian Longwell, a senior, has taken over at the left guard position, getting some time in with the first group. Ludwig, shotgun. Nippert, off his hands and shoulder pad, incomplete. .206 now on the clock, first half. Again, Ludwig deep in the shotgun, hand to Kramer as they'll run out of this formation. He'll spin away from one and get back past the line of scrimmage, pick up 4 yards. Looked like he's going to be closed in by purple uniforms and almost came through that. Third down at the 36-yard line. Third and 5. Clock running now at 1:35, first half. Ludwig the throw. He's airing it out deep and caught. Touchdown. This was Jesse Nippert. And I must say, a much more difficult catch than the one that got off his hands just moments ago. The 36-yard touchdown by Nippert on the pass from Ludwig. With 1:17 on the clock in the first half, and that is now 40-7. Again, a little late getting people on the field for the extra point, but Kramer with the strap, and he should have plenty of time. And the snap is down, the kick is low and no good. And maybe trying to hurry it up a little bit there when they had more time, but this one didn't go to the street anyway. We didn't have to chase the football down. Still 1:17 remaining, first half. 40-7, Seminoles.
Well, Coach, it's a beautiful evening, weather-wise, and if you're a Knowles fan, it's a beautiful evening score-wise. 40-7. I kind of thought coming in it might be somewhat easy, but if you take away the first plays, the first series, what an evening. Everybody getting involved. Jesse Nippert with a touchdown, 35-yard.
Somewhere in that neighborhood. So now, Grubb. And all of a sudden, you're Darren maybe getting a little tired, that leg. His kick's away. This one is not as deep, but it's still down to the 16-yard line. We're starring on the run. He'll be brought to the ground at the 31-yard line. Shoemaker had him first, and then Adam Jones helped finish the play. So St. Mary's at their own 31-yard line. Again, we see a couple of people changing here defensively. I see Josh Woodby, number 22. A chance to look at some other people and with the first group. Smith to throw again and be sacked again. Wells and see coming from the play there, Rose and Cecil also back there. We're inside a minute. St. Mary's cannot stop the clock, and Monroe Central has no reason to.
Yeah, exactly.
With this kind of lead, you don't want to use timeouts. You have more than enough points for a half a play. Smith again, under pressure, complete. This is number, I can't see the number. Someone had his
32,
ankles.
Ludwig.
Ludwig,
No, I'm sorry, 22.
Woodby had him by the ankles and held on until he had some help. And we're now inside 10 seconds. And St. Mary's, if they so desire, will not get a play off. And it looks like that is the half, as the snap is after the whistle. And we've reached halftime. Monroe Central 40, St. Mary's 7.
Woodsville Ashland sells pure gasoline, diesel fuel, and kerosene. And they're pure Seminole fans. Join these Woodsville Ashland fans in their newly expanded dining room for a fabulous lunch, supper, or snack. Try some hot pizza, delicious Caesar sandwiches, onion rings, or cheese sticks. Top it all off with Kirk's homemade ice cream or Southern Snow in lots of flavors. The Hops invite you to follow the Seminoles throughout the football season and follow the Noles year-round into the Ashland for great food and snacks. As always, Woodsfield True Value has lots of things on sale for fall cleanup. Stop in today to check out the bargains. While you're there, see their new display of kitchen and bath cabinetry, vanities, sinks, and countertops. Save up to 65% off the suggested list price of selected styles of cabinets. Choose from white laminate, oak, hickory, cherry, or maple wood, and choose from a variety of styles and materials in vanities and countertops. At Woodsfield True Value, help with your new kitchen or bath is just around the corner.
John and Steve of Weber's Pharmacy were born and raised in our area and care about you and your family. Over the years, they've served our community with after-hours emergency service, quality products, and competitive prices. Friendly staff and that special hometown touch. With that same spirit of hometown pride, John and Steve wish the Monroe Central Seminole teams and coaching staff good luck for a safe and successful season. Remember Weber's Pharmacy for all your healthcare needs. You're not just a number at Weber's Pharmacy, you're part of the family.
The kick by number 71, Hauser. Kramer will pick it up on the far side at the 17-yard line. Cuts back and not able to get away from a couple of people. And a little late whistle, but number 35, I believe, Branch, among several other purple uniformed Blue Devils. So at the 23-yard line, make it closer to the 24. Seminoles take over first down and 10. And we were talking a little bit at halftime. I think what would hopefully happen is that your first offensive group could come out and drive down and score to give you a 40-point lead, and then you could get some younger kids into the game and protect some of your first liners. This is Kramer, short gain. The problem you get into is the fact that St. Mary's, with such a small roster, only in the low 20s, about 21, 22 people, they're not able to do a lot of subbing, so they're going to have some first-line guys on the field at all times. So you have to be careful how we substitute in some of our second-unit people. The Kramer pickup of about 2 yards, maybe 3 to the 27-yard line. And here's a reverse. Ludwig cuts back 30, 40, 45, 48-yard line. Daniel Ludwig. $22 yards. There's maybe an opportunity to work on some things that you've practiced all year, and the first opportunity to run something like that, a little bit of a reverse under game conditions. Near the 49-yard line, first and 10, wishbone formation. Jones. 5 yards to the 46.
we've kind of traded positions here, Jeff. I'm not going to bore people with trying to give a lot of color here, but Dale's taking the camera a little bit. He wants to get a little bit practiced up for this Bellsville game coming up in a couple weeks.
Well, just feel free to jump in with any information you have that you feel is pertinent.
Well, that kind of leaves me out.
Kramer, not much, maybe a yard.
You and I did have a game plan, however, and it just worked out real well. But
you now have a microphone. You now have a microphone in hand, so.
You know, I didn't have to ask for it either because Dale said, "Hey, do you want me to shoot for a little while?" So I said, "Sure, I'll shoot for a little while," and this gives me an opportunity to tell everybody that he's got the big 5-0 coming up on Sunday, and we want everybody to wish him a happy birthday. And just want to tell him that he's not getting older; he's getting better.
It's a good thing you said that because I was going to say, "How are you getting home tonight?"
Got room in your car, Jeff?
That was Daniel Ledwig, very near the first down, being brought down by a high tackle near the 41-yard line as the officials will stop play and they'll not take a look at it. They say first down. And in a game like this, your officials a lot of times may make that quick decision, either say short or good enough without bringing the chains out, as they'll try to keep the game moving here in the second half. You know, the bad thing is at this point in time, Dale, we're getting late into the game. Everybody's going to be tuning out. If they have ESPN2, checking out the Buckeyes at 12:30 on this Saturday. Kramer's high steps for about 3 yards to the 37.
Well, if they tune us out, I hope they just set the ECR. I may tune us out also.
Still a lot of football to be played and an opportunity for a lot of young kids to get into the game that have not had much of an opportunity. Only a couple times this year we've been able to get some of our younger kids onto the field on a Friday night. And I'm sure they're all very anxious to get out on the field and perform under the lights. 2nd down and 6. Kramer cutting back to the middle, has his first down, plus some. Ten-yard pickup. We stopped doing stats long ago, but I'd say once again, Eric Kramer is looking at that 100-yard mark for the 8th consecutive game, already having gone over the 1,000-yard mark for the season. But also some nice runs by his teammates, Daniel Ledwig, Josh Jones in the backfield. A big rushing game for the Seminoles thus far. Pitch. Jones. He's got room. He's got a lot of room. He may have another first down. Near the 15-yard line.
Yes.
It is a first down. 11 yards by Josh Jones. Coming into this game, Josh with 187 yards for the year. I think 63 last week, and he may be in that neighborhood of 60-some yards again tonight. Daniel Ledwig is in motion. Pitch. Kramer on the quick toss. Nothing going. He'll fight to get back to the original line of scrimmage. There's a lot of purple uniforms out on that side of the field. As a matter of fact, Kramer may lose a yard on that play. Justin Friday in with the play. Justin already with a big game. 2 interceptions, one of which he returned for a touchdown. From the wishbone, the crossbuck to Kramer, 12-yard line.
Got 6:19 on the clock, Jeff. This quarter's going a lot faster than the first couple of quarters.
And mostly on the ground, or everything, I believe, on this drive on the ground. We commented earlier about the what looked like a sparse crowd on the home side by St. Mary's, and it may be even sparser at this time. As you look around, probably as many or more Seminole fans in attendance tonight than what there are St. Mary's people. Ludwig across the middle. That looks like Johnny Shoemaker. And it is. Touchdown. From 12 yards out, Ludwig. Touchdown pass to John Shoemaker. And just as we talked before we started this, you know, the game plan had to be, let your first unit take it down the field and get you another touchdown. And hopefully now some of the younger kids can go to work. Kramer will try another extra point. This one looks a lot better. That one may be across the road and into the yard across the street. 5 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in the third period. Seminoles have run off 47 consecutive points, and it's 47-7.
Even with the lead we've had tonight, Jeff, our Seminole fans have really been into this game.
Yeah, after the early lead, now it's kind of easy for everybody to kind of lay back and kind of conserve energy and get ready to make the trip home. But, you know, and again, very nice turnout. And this being the last road game of the year, next week finds the Seminoles at home to play their first of 2 consecutive home games. Next week, the Frontier Cougars. And, of course, the following week, on October 31st, the Bellsville Blue Devils.
Of course, that will be aired on Sunday night then. It's Channel 7's game of the week. One of their 3 games of the week that week.
And after finally getting Channel 7 interested in that game last year, they must have liked what they saw. So they have been willing to come back and do it again.
That one's been scheduled since July.
Darren Grubb to kick off. Not quite as good as the other ones, but still to the 15-yard line. We're staring. We'll get up the middle and be hit by Daniel Ludwig and finally brought to the ground. But he's out to the 37-yard line. Miller also on the play. And they had a little bit of help. But St. Mary's will take over now. And, well, a stoppage of play. And I think that St. Mary's has a player that is shaking, and that would be Starrin. And he seems to be a little bit wobbly as he's going to the sideline, assisted by Mattingly and by one of the officials. And we talked earlier, this St. Mary's team has really been decimated by injuries. You know, their best running back has been hurt. We understand from some other people that also a young man that's been their tight end most of the year is out, and maybe one of their other linemen had went to the sideline earlier in the game, and they did not have a lot of people over there anyway, and they've really been hard hit. And now to look up at the scoreboard and find yourself down 47-7, those bumps and bruises hurt even more. Bud Smith, the sophomore, under center again, and he'll throw. He'll try to swing out here for Mattingly. And he'll be hit.
We can hear that one.
That was Woodby. Josh Woodby, number 22, is in the game defensively, making the play after a pickup of 6 yards to the 43-yard line. Second down and 4. Smith will hand off to, can't see the number, we do have a flag on the far side. Kramer and Tom Jones. We have not had a lot of penalties thus far tonight.
Probably the least we've seen all season, huh, Jeff?
And I'm just trying to think back. I'm not certain. Again, I may have escaped me. I'm not certain that Monroe Central has been penalized yet tonight. So this may only be the second penalty on St. Mary's. There was a holding call earlier. They'll step it back to the 37-yard line, 2nd and 10. I didn't see the signal, legal procedure. The legal procedure was the call on the offense. Smith again wants to throw. He has pressure. He unloads it out here for number 35. That's Branch. And looked like Miller and Jones both over there and had a chance at that ball. That one was very close to being able to go for an interception and 6 points the other way for the Seminoles. 3rd and 10.
Take a minute here also to ask our Channel 6 viewers to give Triax Cable a call. We have a lot of ghosts on our football games and also on our coaches show. That is evidently some problem on the Channel 6 cable system. So everybody wants to give Triax a call, and we'll see if we can get them up here to make some repairs, see if we can get that picture cleared up for them.
We're going to have a timeout by St. Mary's. 4:33 remaining in the third quarter. Seminoles 47-7.
When you go to all the expense of building a new house or remodeling a room, why stop short when it comes to the walls? For the finish you want in your home or business, call an expert, Bill Pardon Drywall. Call today for a free estimate on small jobs or an entire house. Bill will hang, finish, and even texture your drywall if you'd like. For a distinguished look, he'll do a textured or an antique ceiling. Call Bill today and have the expert look you want on your walls.
Okay, back after that St. Mary's timeout. Smith to throw, swings out for Mattingly. And this is Josh Jones. And it seems like every week we see Josh Jones on an open field solo tackle. And this was the case at the 41-yard line, bringing up 4th down and 6. The punting situation is Mattingly will go back for the St. Mary's Blue Devils with Kramer and Nippert deep. And we have some movement, and I believe the Seminoles may have been offside. And we just talked a few moments ago about no penalties on Monroe Central, and from here that appeared that could be the first of the game. The officials are discussing it. We'll see if there was any movement in the offensive line. And it is against St. Mary's, an illegal procedure or a false start. So there was some movement along the offensive front.
And long ago, Coach, they've been depleted. They're walking to the lines. You know, the bubbles burst.
Officials said to start the clock. The clock operator chose not to start it. And this is a nice punt for Kramer. Will fair catch at the 33-yard line. And here is a second unit of offensive players going onto the field. Well, the first unit comes off to a fine hand.
They've certainly had a fabulous evening for this group of Seminoles.
Well, there's nothing more enjoyable as a player to walk off the field knowing you've done your job and you've given yourself and your teammates a big lead, and now sit back, you know, maybe come in on the special teams. You know, I see some guys going for the sideline jackets down here because, you know, now that you're all hot after you played, you know, it is a little bit cool, but otherwise a very nice night. Derek Griffith is the quarterback. Adam Farnsworth, I believe, was the ball carrier. He'll be to the 35-yard line. He'll get a yard. And there's a lot of people out and in. We'll just pretend
Number
to try to
7
get
is
some of
Matt
these.
Cole. Adam Jones, number 34. 22. We've called that number several times tonight. Would be. Quick handoff.
And a flag. This is Adam Jones, I believe, the ball carrier, younger brother of Josh. He has a 5-yard gain, but the flag thrown back in the area where you normally think of holding, and that is the call.
Spoke too quickly about no penalties.
Well, in this situation with kids on the field, maybe lining up against still a lot of varsity performers for St. Mary's, and it's easy to get an arm out there and grab a hold of somebody when you really don't want to. But it will move the ball back to the 27-yard line. Adam Jones will check out. Number 40 is Daniel Harris. Second down and 17. Toss the right side.
Would be, I believe.
Would be.
Kind of stumbled out there. I don't know that he was tackled so much as he stumbled and fell.
Among some of the offensive linemen that are in the game, number 73 is Josh Dalrymple. Number 63 is Michael Dixon. Number 62 is Brian Longwell. See, number 82 at the end is David Forrest. Number 20 coming into the game in your picture now is Jonathan Wilson.
Number 30,
number 30, Brad Ludwig. Number 86, the end on the far side, Kirsten Kilburn. And I know we're missing some.
Yeah.
Third down, 13.
Quick handoff.
Short gain. Number 66, Billy Dalrymple, is also in at the line.
Number 30, I believe, the ball carrier, Ludwig.
It will be a punting situation, which will bring the first unit back on the field to do the punting. And that will be Kramer. We're 1 minute 30 seconds remaining in the third period. They put some pressure on, but Eric gets off a nice kick. It's going to hit and roll into the side the 25, inside the 20. It's going to go dead at the 18-yard line and be down there by Brad Demmerling. A nice punt. In the neighborhood of a 50-yard punt. Again, defensively, most of the first unit will stay on the field, and that's just, for the obvious reason that St. Mary's was still with their first offensive unit out there. And you just have to be fair to the young men, against this size.
Besides the safety factor.
I'm sure some of our young freshmen and sophomores really don't want to go over and line up against the 300-pounder, big number 77, Greenleaf, on that left side. Smith will throw. He'll swing it out to Starrin. And as I said earlier, an open field tackle, Josh Jones. And that play has fooled no one tonight. That little swing out of the backfield, we saw that early and saw John Shoemaker make the play. And a couple other times that went for no gain or a loss on the play. Second down, 14. Number 62, Brian Longwell, into the game defensively. Also see number 60, Darren Grubb, is in. He's not been in a lot tonight on the defensive side of the ball. Daniel Ludwig has moved up to the defensive end on the far side. Smith wants to throw. Steps up. And it's incomplete. There's Justin Friday once again from his defensive back spot all over the receiver, Starling. And Justin really making his presence known defensively. As we said earlier, 2 pass interceptions tonight, one of which he returned for a touchdown, and in on a couple other fine plays out of the secondary. So as the secondary continues to progress, and as we know, they will be tested over the next couple of weeks.
Yes, no easy time the rest of the season.
Tom Jones now checking out on this third and long situation. We see number 42, Adam Farnsworth, into the game at a linebacker spot. Screen pass, incomplete. Intended for number 35. Branch, looked like Longwell. Ben Miller coming up and making a hit as the ball bounced off the receiver's hands. 4th and long, and a punt situation for the St. Mary's Blue Devils with 16 seconds remaining, period number 3. Kick is away by Mattingly. It's a line drive kick. Nippert will fair catch it. And I'm sure that's on the orders from the sideline, just to go ahead and fair catch everything. And, no more points are needed, even though your deep men and Kramer and Nippert would like to have that
Like to have that, yes. But
a 40-point lead at the end of the 3rd period, nothing good can happen. Even if you score a touchdown, you run the risk of an injury, so just fair catch it. Let your younger kids go out and make some plays. I see number 81, who I don't think we have called, Hamilton. But at the 44-yard line, Derek Griffith. He's going to run the keeper on the outside. Another flag down. Griffith will break a couple tackles on the far sideline, be driven out of bounds, but we do have a flag on the play.
So nice job, Derek Griffith.
So a fine run by Derek is probably going to be wiped out by penalty. And after,
holding,
as we've mentioned different times, there's such few penalties in the early parts of the game that, now with some younger kids in, the penalties are starting to add up. That play will run us to the end of the 3rd period. We'll see if we will get another play, an untimed down here on the offensive penalty. The step off will be back, put the Seminoles inside the 40-yard line to the 37. And since there was a penalty, we will get one more play before we are at the end of the quarter. As you replay the down. And now the one official will come up and they'll see what they want to do. And the back judge comes in, has been overruled by the head referee, so we will get one more play, 1st down and 17. Handoff good for 3 yards to Adam Jones, the ball carrier. Picks up 3 yards to the 40-yard line, and that now will be the end of period number 3. Seminoles in control. Monroe Central 47, St. Mary's 7.
Come to Day Appliance and TV, your Electrotech dealer for everything electronic. Full computer systems for home, school, or business. Lay away now for Christmas and make someone special very happy. Day Appliance carries lots of accessories too. Fuses, switches, cables, telephones, calculators, televisions, radios, and even PrimeStar. Special orders, large or small. Save yourself a trip and order what you need delivered to Woodsfield. By the way, if you're one of these people who are computer illiterate, just ask a kid or stop in at Day Appliance and TV. Woodsfield Orthopedic and Sports Rehabilitation Center offers outpatient treatments to a wide variety of injuries. Treatments include a combination of modalities, therapeutic exercises, and manual techniques, in addition to state-of-the-art Cybex exercise equipment. All athletes are welcome to come to our sports clinic every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. with Dr. Snyder and the rehab physical therapist. No appointment necessary. Call 472-9869 for details and to schedule other therapy needs.
Fourth period underway, 2nd down 14 for the Seminoles. And we have a fumble. We may have gotten that ball back. The ball carrier was Farnsworth and back on his own fumble. As I look out on the field now, a couple people I don't believe we've mentioned. Number 71 is Barry Klein. Number 45, Dustin Rose. 3rd down and 15. A loss of a yard on that play back to the 39. Griffith will run the sneak. He'll be out near midfield with a flag down. Derek picking up some 10 yards on that play.
But again, that flag really plaguing Derek.
Well, after the first unit was not penalized at all, we've hit about the third penalty I believe we have seen. And a clipping call downfield on the quarterback sneak. St. Mary's will accept the penalty, which will replay third down. And it's the second nice gain by Derek Griffith running the ball, and both have been wiped out by penalty. Taking the ball back to the 32-yard line. 3rd and 22. Clock now winding as we near 11 minutes remaining in the game. We'll see if the coaching staff chooses to let the younger group throw a pass. That's unlikely. Straight ahead on the drive, pickup of 3 or 4 yards. Brad Ludwig, I believe, on the carry. To the 35-yard line. 4th down and 19.
Get the first group again coming back in for the punt. Eric will be standing on his 23-yard line.
No pressure, nice kick. Starr in his own 28. Sidesteps a couple and then driven back as someone had him around the legs, forcing him back at the 38-yard line.
Might have been Brad Dimmer, possibly.
Heath Wells also may have had a hold of his legs to help force him back. And Brad Demmerling also there, we believe. Out.
Somebody had a pretty good hold on him anyway. But they'll start 1st and 10, the 39-yard line.
A lot of playing time for some clean white shirts tonight.
Pass underneath.
This is Starn with Justin Friday on the tackle, but this young quarterback, Smith, delivers the ball very, very well. He's not had a lot of opportunity. And number 85, Starren, as their PA man has said.
1st down, but that's a nice play, no matter which team did it.
And Starren has shown some nice speed, some quick acceleration on a couple plays. And in a close ball game, I think he could be the type of player that could be a game breaker. St. Mary's appears to want to try to get some more points on the board to make the score a little more respectable. Smith to throw again. He's hit as
there.
He throws. And I believe one of his offensive linemen maybe was knocked back into him. And in the middle of the line, Chris Demmerling and Eric Rose. They're one of those people pushing an offensive lineman back into the quarterback, Smith, that hit him just as he was delivering the ball. There's something you don't see a lot where your own offensive lineman causes interference with your delivery. But Demmerling and Rose kind of pushing people around out there.
Yeah, only a 2-step drop, and he was real close to the line.
He's in the shotgun to try to get some more time. He'll go across the middle.
Oh, nice.
That's complete.
We
have a flag. 2 flags down. That is probably Starr, and again. In all likelihood, this is a pass interference call.
A nice delivered ball, though, in pressure.
The play gains 16 yards. So if it is pass interference, and that is the signal, it will be declined, or should be declined, as the play gains 16 yards where the penalty would be 15. And even though you're in good control at 47-7, I'm sure this defensive group does not want to give up another touchdown. We have a couple of other people in the game. I see Eric Kramer will take the rest of the night off, both offensively and defensively. Looks like standing down there beside him is, I can't tell from here, But, Eric being maybe the only main defensive player that is out. Smith to throw again. He's going deep. He's going to test Friday again.
And there it is.
And that is the third interception tonight for Justin Friday. We have a flag down, which is going to offset this long return out near the 35-yard line.
But third interception of the evening.
This will put the offense back in a hole inside the 10-yard line, it would appear. Unless there was a face mask or something as he started the run. We'll see what the call is. Clipping against the Seminoles. That will set the ball back. But the third interception of the night by Justin Friday. And we talked earlier about the fact that the Seminoles had only 4 interceptions out of their secondary for the year, and now Justin has picked up 3 tonight. And he'll be the team leader now with 4 for the season himself.
Maybe Coach inspired that, talking about a steak dinner. Was that something for INTs?
As I said earlier, Lance and Coach will have a lot to talk about with Justin Thursday night on Coach's Corner. So you'll want to tune in and see that. Are we allowed to say who we think the guests will be Thursday night, or is that the secret? We've already let one of them out, and we believe there will be 3 guests.
You got this all figured out, don't you, Coach?
Yeah, I was told who it would be. This is Griffith. He's going to run to keep again. Sidesteps some people. Will get hit very hard at the 12-yard line. But this run by Derek will stand with no penalty, as his other 2 runs for positive yardage have been offset by penalty. He's to the 12-yard line.
We're at 8 minutes and 50 seconds as the clock drags on. Very long evening. But it's been a nice evening. When you get old, you can do whatever you want. I run on camera, eating pizza, drinking my coffee.
It's been like a regular party here.
It's nice.
Helped out by the score on the scoreboard at 47-7 Seminoles. Bouncing outside is Farnsworth. I believe he has the first down. Nice run near the 20-yard line. 8-yard pickup by Adam Farnsworth. And it always makes a JV group feel good to be able to get a first down on Friday night. Number 20 on the field there, Jonathan Wilson. I'm not sure if we have called him tonight. And some others gathered around Coach Sherman, Coach Acosta. As everyone gets a part of the action tonight, and I want to try and make sure everybody gets on the field and as many players as possible get a carry. They'll toss it to Brad Ludwig. He's giving a lot of ground and will lose big yardage. He'll lose some 6 yards back to the 14-yard line. That quick toss did not materialize. And it's looking down at the sideline there. It looks like the play calling of this group duties has been relinquished by Coach Acosta over to Coach Sherman. Now, Coach Sherman does head up the JV group on their games. Remember, there is no home JV game on Monday night. The Seminoles will travel to Frontier and play down at Frontier as they've moved that game up a week off your original schedule. Is that Brad Ludwig again? He'll get part of the yardage back to the 18-yard line, 3rd down and 12. Clock dragging on, now 7 minutes remaining in the game. But when you look at your watch, and it's only about 9:30 right now, so we're really in pretty good shape time-wise.
The weather certainly has held.
So whoever's been asking for good weather during the first 8 weeks, continue to do the same for the next 2.
At least
Flag
2.
down. And if we could eliminate some of the flags here in the last few minutes of this game, we probably could be out of here by now.
6 minutes, 37 seconds with the clock stopped. 47-7.
Illegal procedure against Monroe Central, moving the ball back to the 13-yard line. 3rd and, let's call it 18. Brad Ludwig in motion. Toss, Woodby. 15, 17-yard line. Bringing up 4th down, bringing the punt team back on the field. Eric Kramer will do the punting. Clock running at 6 minutes. Starring.
Number 33. I don't recognize.
Some pressure on, kicks away, it's a short one. It's going to hit and roll midfield. Be downed on the far side by Justin Friday. He's practicing his picking up the fumble skills.
Quite an evening for Justin. Glad to see that. He's come a long way.
Not only does this give some good material for, as we've mentioned several times, the coaches show on Thursday night, very possibly some strong consideration for the Wheeling Intelligencers Defensive Player of the Week among small school players with 3 interceptions, 1 going for a touchdown. Smith, the throw again. He's under some pressure from Jones.
Ball's
it's intercepted. This is Josh Jones. He's to the 30. He's to the 15-yard line. Josh Jones, the 4th Seminole interception of the game. I believe Josh's first of the year. And as long as their first quarterback and first receiver stayed in, you keep your first defenders in, and it pays off with an interception for Josh Jones and an opportunity to score maybe for the younger players as they will have the ball at the 16-yard line. Josh Jones with his first interception of the year.
Quick handoff.
About the 13-yard line.
That'll be number 42, Farnsworth.
Farnsworth getting a pretty good workout tonight. Giving him 2 yards to the 14. Near 5 minutes remaining in this game. Toss, Woodby, right side. Couple more yards near the 11.
Not much there.
Third down, 6. 3rd and 6. They put the ball at the 12. Number 26 coming off, Craig McConnell. Is there any numbers down there we've not called? Farnsworth, no gain, maybe a loss of a yard. 4th down, ball back at the 13-yard line. Call it 4th and 8. We've now moved inside 4 minutes. And 45 is Dustin Rose. And with the flag. Fourth down, 8. Farnsworth. The fake to Farnsworth. Griffith still with the ball, trying to get outside. He will get outside. In the end zone, touchdown, Derek Griffith.
And that was called right up there.
Nice fake inside out of Farnsworth. Griffith keeps it outside and showing some good speed. We've seen that in a couple of JV games earlier. And Derek Griffith showing some good speed. Very possibly your quarterback next year.
Nice job. And that was called here by our cameraman, Rick. Called that all the way.
And now Derek Griffith will attempt the extra point out of placement. And we have seen Derek kick a couple extra points in practice. Josh Woodby will hold. Matt Cole is probably the snapper. It's a little bit high and is blocked. But with 3 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the game, it's a touchdown for the JVs, and the Seminoles break that 50-point barrier. It's now 53-7.
.316, 53-7. Who would have thought it, Coach?
Well, who would have thought it about 7:40 tonight when the Seminoles trailed 7-0, that this would be what has happened. JV cover team in. Grubb was the kicker. And the ball carriers, that's Starron again. He's brought down by several. I see 45, Dustin Rose, 73, Josh Dalrymple.
34, Adam. Is that not Adam Jones?
Number 7, Matt Cole. Getting on the play. Yeah, with first team and senior return people in for St. Mary's against the JV unit there. That was danger zone right there. Thought that had a chance to maybe get all the way.
You have lots of white jerseys back in here on defense now with...
and this is mostly
JV.
Second liners now as they quickly try to get some people on and off the field. They'll run the pitch to Mattingly.
And
Farnsworth.
Lost. He might have got back to the line. Adam Farnsworth.
And a late flag. Something against the St. Mary's team, as this will cost him 15 yards after the play.
But a nice job, Adam Farnsworth. Was that
I believe the
personal foul?
Number 12 is going to the sideline, Mattingly. And I think the penalty was called on him as he jerks the helmet off and is not very happy on the sideline. And I'll be honest, I did not see what happened, but the officials did. Smith the throw.
A lot of pressure.
He's pressured to the sideline and be driven out of bounds on a hard hit on the far side.
Number 30.
Brad Ledwig along with Josh Dalrymple and Billy Dalrymple on the far side. A loss of a couple more yards. I'll take that back with the penalty. He may have gained a couple. It should have been 15. Okay, the previous penalty was not a personal foul penalty. Mattingly must have thrown the ball down or something, which they call as a delay of game.
Okay.
You know, not a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Smith the
Pass.
throw.
Underneath has a man.
Number 45.
Mattingly. No, that's...
He'll be driven to the ground by Cole and Kilburn. Number 45 is Kimball.
Kimball, that's it. Coach is done with his pizza party up here. He's going now.
And Coach Singleton, that's Coach Matt Singleton. We don't want that to get confused with Coach Pat Singleton, but should have tried to get a couple words out of Coach Matt before he went down.
Coach Hart Briggs is the one that always wants to talk. Can't keep him quiet. Nice pass again to Starron at the 50-yard line. Lots of white jerseys there on.
After the hard time I was giving Coach Matt earlier there, we might not have wanted to get some words from him. It may not have been too kind. 1:50 on the clock. St. Mary's gets the first down to the 50-yard line. Again, the quarterback Smith has been in the whole game. He's put the ball up a whole bunch of times tonight with minimal success. He'll go down the middle again, off the hands of his intended receiver. That's number 45, Kimball.
Farnsworth on the coverage.
A little extra playing time tonight by Adams Farnsworth as he spelled Eric Kramer earlier in the third quarter.
Nice job.
And has been on a lot of plays. And just a sophomore. Farnsworth listed at 5'8", 155. Again, two receivers wide for St. Mary's to the far side. Low snap out of the shotgun. Smith going deep. And the ball intended for number 11 and was out of bounds. That's Brent Nelson.
You do a good job finding those numbers.
It's not been an
I
easy
have
job.
Not a clue when they do that to you.
That was Derek Griffith on the defensive coverage.
1 minute and 27 seconds. Time to start thinking ahead, possibly, next week. Well, next 2 weeks we're home. Frontier and the Big Blue coming in.
Frontier Cougars making the trip to Tyler Consolidated on Friday night. And that's a game that could go either way. Couple flags down, screen. This play will come back as he'll break the tackle and be to the 20 and outrun defenders to the end zone. But I believe this play will come back as a couple of penalties upcoming. An illegal motion. As two flags were thrown for the illegal motion penalty, so the touchdown does not count. It will come back. And that will cost St. Mary's 5 yards back to their own 45-yard line. So 1:13 remaining. It will be third down repeated for St. Mary's. This long game, I think, is having a hard time on our film there, Dale. We'll have a hard time making it through on this tape, aren't we?
Yeah, but we'll probably make it.
With just 1:13 remaining.
1:13. Once you start blinking, we got 7 minutes, so hopefully we can get through with this.
Smith, the throw once again. It's a screen. It's number 35. He's hit on the far side by
Brad Demling, 61.
Out of bounds at 1:02. Now they keep the clock running. So he was not out of bounds. Fourth down. No gain on the play. Possibly a loss of a part of a yard. We're now at 45 seconds. So we'll get this. Now this will be a play as the St. Mary's Blue Devils figuring at 53-7. Why not try for it on fourth down and 15? Smith will try to throw again. This is Starr. They'll be hit and brought down well short of the first down. So with 23 seconds left, looks like number 82, David Forrest. And I saw number 73, Josh Dalrymple, and a couple other people on the play. So this will be one play, and that will do it. There's 23 seconds remain. A couple years ago, under the old rule, the clock would start and you would not have even had to have a play run. But now the clock does not start on the change of possession. So I'm sure one play.
Which is part of the reason we have trouble with our tape. But it's been a great evening, Coach. You know, you did another great job. The Nose did a great job. 53-7. Lots of exciting football ahead for the Nose and the Nose fans. We need to make it out, and the next 2 weeks especially, we need to see good crowds.
Yes, this team still holding on to some postseason hopes. It's going to be a long shot as we need some help above us. As Griffith will just take a knee and let the clock run out. By the state printout this week, we were 12th. George Kellis, said we were 10th. I'm not sure how George had that figured. If I'm missing something or not. But still, this will not help us a lot. But we need some people above us to lose. But a win is definitely better than a loss. And this one goes down as another Seminole win. Monroe Central 53 and St. Mary's 7.
Coach, we got to head out of here quickly, but you do a great job tonight. We had little brother Roger doing the spotting, and we didn't miss one number tonight. I don't know if he was the reason or not. For the camera lady, my wife, Joe Palmer Eddy, this is Dale Eddy. I want to wish everybody a nice weekend. Also, I wanted to mention that Monday was somebody else's birthday, my sweet little wife's birthday, and I don't know if I should tell her age or not since she told mine.
She forgot to mention
She
that.
forgot to mention her birthday. She had a birthday on Monday, and we had an anniversary on Wednesday. So, lots of excitement this week. We're going to take it out of here. We'll see you next week for more exciting high school football. Get out and support these Knowles.